When starting a podcast, you want to be sure you're on Spotify. Not only is it a great place to be discovered due to an algorithmic feed, but Spotify for Creators gives you the ability to add full video episodes. Those are played in the Browse and Discover tabs of the app for people who might be interested in your content, and you can even upload vertical clips for every episode in Spotify for Creators to help you reach an even wider audience. So here's how to start and manage your podcasts in Spotify. First, you want to go to creators.spotify.com. This is where you can create a free Spotify account or log in with the account you already have. It's totally free. Click sign up or log in here. Now, if it's your first time logging in, you'll need to claim your show. To do that, click your profile in the top right and then choose add a new show. Here you can create a new show to actually host for free on Spotify for Creators or find an existing show. If you already host your podcast elsewhere, tell it where you actually host your show, and then you'll need to paste your RSS feed link here, confirm with your email address, and then you'll be able to manage it here in Spotify for Creators. But there's an even easier way to add your show to Spotify. I record my podcast with Riverside, and now Riverside offers hosting that can also do one-click publishing to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and even YouTube. Here in my Riverside account, and this is for Riverside Pro and higher plans, I can go over to hosting and then create my podcast here. Then we'll take care of submitting it to all the platforms. Let's set up a podcast. I'll add the name of my show, add your podcast description, and this is something people will see when they click on your show in the various apps. So make sure it describes your show accurately and might pique the interest of someone interested in this kind of content. Choose what category your podcast falls into. We're a technology podcast. Then you'll add your cover art. This needs to be a square image, ideally 3,000 pixels by 3,000 pixels wide. You can create this in any app you have, even something like Canva. Once you upload your artwork, click continue. Add a website if you have that for your show, although it's not necessary, whether it's clean or explicit, whether you're going to have seasons or it's just episodic, and we'll click Set Up Podcast. Then before you submit it to Spotify and Apple Podcasts, you do need to create your first episode. So let's create a new one. And the great part is once you record with Riverside, you can actually just choose one of your exported and edited files without having to download or re-upload any audio or video files. So I can just choose one of my Riverside files. I can browse by project, which I rename every project our actual episode numbers. I can go down to my full episode export, which I edited and exported here. I'll add a title and description for this episode. You can even upload custom episode artwork, which will show up in apps like Apple Podcasts and Spotify. I can click the pencil icon above this artwork and choose some artwork that I actually created specifically for this episode. Scroll down and you can add the episode number and season number if that applies. I'll say this is a normal episode. You can also upload a trailer or bonus content, and then I'll click publish. Now that's just going to publish the episode so I can connect it to the different services. It's not live just yet. You'll see here that the episode is now ready to publish, and now I can connect it to Spotify or Apple Podcasts and my YouTube channel with a single click. Here in Riverside, just click Connect with Spotify. You'll be prompted to log in, and then your show will be live and automatically connected to your Spotify account. You can also publish the show to Apple Podcast from Riverside with one click, and then connect your YouTube channel, and Riverside can actually publish your video episode directly to the channel as well. If you'd like all the details on podcast hosting with Riverside, check out my video right up here. But after that one-click publishing to Spotify from your Riverside account, your show will be in the Spotify app publicly for everyone to listen to. Now, you might also want to manage your podcast in Spotify for Creators after you publish new episodes, so you can do things like add custom thumbnails for the video version, add clips that will actually advertise your show in different parts of the Spotify app, and more. To do that, let's go back over to Spotify for Creators, and as you publish new episodes in your Riverside podcast hosting, they'll automatically appear here in your Spotify for Creators account. I can go over to manage the episodes of my show, and here you'll see that episode that I published in Riverside. You don't have to go to these different platforms to actually publish those new episodes. You can do all of that in your Riverside account when you host there. But now that the episode is live in Spotify, I can go into a specific episode and add additional details. If I go to the Details tab, here I can upload the full-length video that was also recorded and exported in Riverside, and I can upload it here. And you can also scroll down and add a custom thumbnail image, which appears in the Spotify app. You can even add certain topics or even include guests. If you had a guest on the show and they actually are on Spotify, either as an artist or creator, you can tag them here. But what's really powerful is not only can you upload the full video episode, but you can even upload vertical clips that will show up in people's feed while they're scrolling on Spotify. Now, how do you create those clips? Well, Riverside can help with that too. With Riverside, we have a feature called Magic Clips. Anytime you record an episode, these are generated for you, and you can always generate more by going up to the Create button in a project and then choose Magic Clips. This is going to generate 30-second to minute-long videos, and these are all vertical with animated captions. I can go in and edit them further, and as you can see, I've already made some. And then I can use these clips on Instagram Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and even upload it to Spotify. Let me download this clip where we were talking about iPhone Air. This was from the same episode that I'm going to connect it in Spotify. And then once that file downloads, here back on Spotify, I can go over to the clip section, and here I can upload that vertical clip. I'll go to upload clip here on the right, select the file. I'll upload that magic clip that I just downloaded from Riverside. I can add a description to this clip or leave it blank. You can see it's connected to the full-length episode here in Spotify, and then I'll click publish. Once it's processed, that clip will show up for Spotify users in the app, either on the Browse or Discover tab, or they can just tap the clip here on an episode and get a little preview or a taste of the content that they'll hear and see when they watch the full episode. And one of the other benefits of uploading your full-length video to Spotify is even if you don't upload those specific vertical clips, Spotify is going to find a clip to pull anyway, and this clip, even though it's formatted horizontally, can still show up in the Browse and Discover tabs on Spotify, helping you reach a wider audience. I uploaded audio-only podcasts to Spotify for a long time, but once I started adding that full-length video and clips, we saw significant growth in our Spotify listeners. And while it's not the biggest platform for our show, it is hundreds if not thousands of people every month finding our show because of those clips and video on Spotify. So that's how to host your podcast on Riverside and then publish it to Spotify, Apple, or YouTube with a single click, all using Riverside hosting. If you have any questions, leave comments below this video. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Lots of resources for podcasters like Monetizing, which even if you have a small audience, you can monetize right now with membership-only content, merch, and a ton more. Check out my video on how to monetize your show right up here. And if you'd like to see everything you need to know on making a podcast, from choosing your niche to packaging your episodes, artwork, and more, I have an hour-long podcast course, and you can watch it for free right here. Thanks for watching. We can't wait to see the podcast you create.